Is menopause belly fat an inevitable fate for every woman over 40? They say that after a certain age, burning fat and getting rid of that abdominal fat becomes an impossible mission. But what if I told you that everything you've heard so far about menopause and weight loss might be leading you down the wrong path? Get ready for a game changer, because in this video, you'll discover the easiest and most effective strategies to send that menopause belly packing, once and for all. What is menopause belly fat and why is it so dangerous? Oh, the menopause belly. For many women over 40, it just seems to appear out of nowhere, doesn't it? And we wonder, where did this come from and why now? Well, that annoying abdominal fat isn't like any other body fat. In fact, it hides silently, and it's what we call visceral adipose tissue. The worst kind, because it's wrapped around your internal organs, ready to wreak havoc on your health. It's not just an aesthetic concern, but a serious worry, an open invitation to conditions like type 2 diabetes and heart disease, acting as a silent indicator of insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. This abdominal fat acts like a command center for inflammation, directly influencing how your body handles insulin and, incidentally, attracting cortisol like a magnet. As estrogen levels begin to drop, which is natural during menopause, you not only lose muscle, which is essential for keeping your metabolism high, but you also see insulin and inflammation levels spike. It's an explosive combination. Low estrogen plus high insulin plus high cortisol equals a perfect storm for the accumulation of that stubborn abdominal fat around your organs. It's a true triple threat for anyone wanting to burn fat and stay healthy. To make matters worse, habits like that evening glass of wine or ultra-processed foods full of fructose, which, by the way, are poison for insulin sensitivity, add fuel to the fire, aggravating the problem. For women over 40 who desire lasting weight loss, understanding this dynamic is the first and most crucial step to turning the tide and banishing that menopause belly for good. Knowing if you have that stubborn abdominal fat that bothers us so much is the first step towards weight loss and fighting the menopause belly. While many of you already feel you have it, the reality is we need concrete data to track progress. The most accurate way to check this is through a DEXA scan, which not only assesses your bone density, super important for women over 40, but crucially shows where your body fat is located, especially visceral fat. Ideally, this fat shouldn't exceed 10% of your total body fat, but honestly, the closer to zero, the better. At home, for those seeking daily convenience, a good start is using bioimpedance scales. They provide an estimate of visceral fat, which is a good indicator. However, the most accessible and effective tool you can use daily is the good old tape measure. Taking your waist measurement once a week is a non-negotiable ritual for any woman over 40 focused on burning fat and reducing abdominal fat. It's simple, direct, and allows you to track progress tangibly, showing you are in control of your weight loss journey. Technology can be a great ally in this process. There are smart tape measures, for example, that connect to your smartphone, automatically recording your waist and hip measurements. This eliminates complications and ensures consistent tracking, allowing you to visualize your weekly progress and adjust your strategies if necessary. This consistency is key to success and to seeing the menopause belly shrink. With this data in hand, you'll be better prepared to attack this abdominal fat and embark on your weight loss journey smartly. Movement strategies to burn visceral fat. Now that you know what abdominal fat is and how to measure it, it's time to take action. And believe me, no amount of crunches alone will solve the menopause belly, because you can't spot reduce fat. But don't worry, that doesn't mean you can't target it. The first step is to move more. Yes, physical activity itself increases your total caloric expenditure, which is great for weight loss. Think of this as the foundation, the groundwork for building your body. The secret to targeting abdominal fat is adding intensity to your daily movement. For example, a 2019 study published in BMC Public Health showed that walking 12,000 steps a day with intensity, brisk walking, resulted in remarkable improvements in hip size and visceral fat in obese college students. For women over 40, this means that in addition to your 8,000 daily steps, your baseline, the minimum, incorporating brisk walks or even a weighted vest can accelerate fat burning and positively impact menopause. Beyond walking, high-intensity interval training (HIIT) is a true sniper for abdominal fat. A 2018 meta-analysis in sports medicine revealed that HIIT significantly reduces total and visceral abdominal fat, especially when performed at 70% to 90% of maximum heart rate. Imagine 20-minute sessions with 1 minute of intense effort and 1 minute of recovery on any equipment you like: treadmill, bike, stair climber. And don't forget strength training. It builds muscle, which is the fastest way to restore insulin sensitivity, crucial for fighting menopause belly and optimizing your weight loss. The right diet: prioritizing protein to eliminate abdominal fat. When we talk about food to burn fat and get rid of that menopause belly, there's one mantra: eat protein first. And there's a good reason I emphasize this so much. A 2003 study in the Journal of Nutrition showed the power of protein for women over 40 looking for weight loss. Comparing diets with different protein levels, the group with higher protein intake not only lost more weight, but the loss was primarily fat, while maintaining muscle mass, which is crucial for keeping your metabolism active. This change in body composition is the cherry on top because we don't just want to lose weight, we want to lose abdominal fat. By prioritizing protein, you'll feel more satisfied, avoiding those hunger pangs for sweets or ultra-processed foods. Aim for about 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds and your ideal weight is 120 pounds, your protein target would be around 120 grams per day. This means you'll be consuming fuel that not only keeps you full but also burns more calories during digestion. A true secret for weight loss during menopause. The reality is that while fructose and ultra-processed foods, those full of hidden sugars and damaged fats, make you want to eat more and accumulate abdominal fat, proteins, fibers, and polyphenol found in real foods work in your favor. They help heal your gut microbiome, which is the foundation for a healthy metabolism and the key to efficiently burning fat. The focus is on replacing what doesn't serve you with what truly nourishes and strengthens your body as a woman over 40. The impact of hydration on abdominal fat. Did you know that being slightly dehydrated can be one of the biggest villains in your fight to burn fat and get rid of that menopause belly? That's right, even just 1% dehydration, often unnoticeable, can elevate cortisol levels. And as we've seen, cortisol is a terrible friend for women over 40 seeking weight loss, as it encourages the body to store more abdominal fat and also slows down your metabolism, making it harder to shed that abdominal fat. Water is, in fact, the most underrated drink in your weight loss arsenal. Besides fighting elevated cortisol, it prevents something called the fructose switch. Basically, when you're dehydrated, your body can convert carbohydrates stored in your liver into fructose, and then store them as fat, precisely to have a reserve of water for emergencies. In other words, drinking enough water prevents your body from entering this camel mode, promoting a more favorable environment for fat burning. Staying well hydrated is one of the simplest and most effective pillars for optimizing your metabolism and combating abdominal fat. It's the foundation for your organs, including your kidneys, to function properly and eliminate toxins, including the byproducts of fat burning. For women over 40 who may experience dryness and other menopause challenges, consistent hydration is even more vital. It's your secret weapon, always at hand, to keep everything running at full capacity and say goodbye to the menopause belly. Eating strategies for optimal weight loss and intermittent fasting. Besides drinking water, it's crucial to monitor what you eat to truly burn fat and get rid of that menopause belly. If your weight loss has stalled, consider a slight caloric restriction and perhaps exploring intermittent fasting. But first and foremost, the most important step is to track your eating. This doesn't mean obsessively counting every calorie, but rather having a clear idea of what's going in, ensuring you're optimizing your protein and non-starchy vegetable intake to meet the needs of your body as a woman over 40. A practical approach to start is adjusting your meal timings. Try to have your first meal 1 to 2 hours after waking up, and stop eating 2 to 4 hours before bed. Ideally 3 hours or more. This is already a type of intermittent fasting that can make a big difference in your blood sugar control and in reducing abdominal fat. The big focus here is cutting out late-night snacking, which often sabotages weight loss efforts and deregulates metabolism for women over 40 going through menopause. If even with these changes you don't see the desired transformation in your menopause belly, consider cyclical caloric restriction. This means a 25% reduction in calories for 5 days a week. For example, if you average 1,800 calories daily, reducing to 1,350 calories for 5 days can be a powerful hack. This approach can be as simple as pushing breakfast back a bit or having dinner earlier, turning 2 larger meals into an easy strategy to burn fat without excessive suffering. The influence of sleep and stress on abdominal fat accumulation. Cortisol, that stress hormone we've already mentioned, is a key player in your weight loss journey, especially when it comes to menopause belly. Quality sleep between 7 and 9 hours a night is crucial. It's not just about time in bed, but about the depth of your sleep. A single night of poor sleep can already cause insulin resistance. And as we know, more insulin means more abdominal fat and more difficulty to burn fat. For women over 40, where menopause already brings its own hormonal fluctuations, the impact of sleep deprivation is even more pronounced, causing the body to store more fat and increase hunger. Chronic stress, in turn, keeps cortisol levels constantly elevated. This leads to a vicious cycle: high cortisol, high blood sugar, high insulin, and consequently, more abdominal fat accumulation. It's a combination that sabotages any weight loss effort. While it's practically impossible to eliminate all sources of stress from life, the key is to develop tools to cope with it. High-performing individuals are not immune to stress, but they've learned to tolerate it and recover more effectively. This is where exercise comes in as a powerful tool. Activities like weightlifting and high-intensity interval training, HIIT, not only help to burn fat and reduce abdominal fat, but they also train your body to handle stress and recover more effectively. They increase insulin sensitivity and help modulate cortisol levels, essential for women over 40 looking to shed their menopause belly and achieve lasting weight loss. Bonus: cold exposure and hormone replacement therapy. As a bonus, I want to introduce 2 strategies that have shown incredible potential to combat abdominal fat and accelerate weight loss in women over 40. The first is cold exposure. Sounds crazy, I know, but cold has the power to transform white fat, that stubborn fat that loves to settle on your menopause belly, into beige fat, which is much easier to burn. This is a direct way to attack visceral adipose tissue and optimize your ability to burn fat. Incorporating cold into your routine might be simpler than you imagine. It doesn't have to be extreme ice baths. A few 2 to 4 minute sessions in water at approximately 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius can already make a substantial difference. Think of a quick cold shower in the morning, for example. For women over 40 going through menopause, this practice not only helps mobilize abdominal fat, but can also boost energy and overall well-being, turning the initial shock into a lasting benefit for your weight loss. Finally, and this is a crucial point, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, HRT, can be a game changer for many. Remember the vital role of estrogen. It not only helps build muscle, a true asset for insulin sensitivity and for burning fat, but also acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory. With the drop in estrogen during menopause, metabolism can slow down. Seeking a doctor specializing in menopause to evaluate HRT is essential, as hormonal balance is the cornerstone for getting rid of menopause belly and achieving sustainable weight loss. See, the journey to get rid of that annoying abdominal fat, especially for women over 40 in menopause, doesn't have to be a nightmare. With the strategies you've learned today, from the power of protein to the importance of sleep and movement, you have a powerful arsenal to burn fat and achieve the weight loss you've always wanted. And remember, all this works even better when you nourish your body with the right foods, like those we discussed in the video about the 10 fat-burning foods every woman should eat daily. The question now is, will you continue to accept menopause belly fat as a side effect, or will you grab these tools and transform your life starting today? Which of these strategies will you apply first? Leave your comment and share this transformation. Don't stop here. If you want to keep learning how to unlock your weight loss and live with more health and energy after 40, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any tips to finally get rid of abdominal fat once and for all.